Hello there, YouTube, and welcome to a 34-degree Monday, the 1st of June. Man, that's crazy. We're in the halfway month of the year. Where in the world? I mean, wasn't it just yesterday we're going, oh look, let's see buds in the trees. There's signs it's going to start blooming. Now it's, well, obviously in full bloom. Hi, Shishi. And anyway, we're gonna head out and see what's happening on this Monday. I think that police bike, if that clutch shows up, I don't know what the deal is. Well, obviously we can't order it from BMW. We have to order it from a BMW dealer, so we're at their mercy. But let's roll out, heading to Southland. Well, we're back to this Ryker Rally again. It's a 22. About a couple hundred miles, I think it was, after it left, it triggered the VCM and ECM code. They always kind of are with each other, it seems. Kind of the same code as before, but the customer said that it happens, I don't know if they said aggressively, but it happens in a hard left turn. Yeah, look at that. 1300 GSA. I haven't seen one of them for a while. You would think the big old torquey things you couldn't stall them, but you absolutely can. So anyway, I go through and the yaw rate sensor, all that stuff, I hyper focused on making those things absolutely straight. Locked everything down like it's supposed to, and anyway, there's no faults. There's a few tests you do, and like the last time, it passes with flying colors. But it triggered once, and it was at roughly about 41 miles an hour, and it looked like it was an aggressive turn, because when a fault code triggers, it tells you everything: the exact time, date, the amount of hours on the unit, the miles on the unit. Of course, everything's in metric, but that's easy to convert. And so anyway, it went a while before it happened. Not a long while, but so I'm gonna have to turn off here somewhere, the camera that is, and need to do some aggressive, whoa, take some hard left turns. But man, at 40-something miles an hour, and it was aggressive, because like I say, it tracks everything. I just wonder if they didn't go so hard, they flew a wheel for a moment or something, and you aggressive little sucker. That was cool. It almost straightened the bike out. Well, that cup holder thing, man, if you ever ran into something, that would do some powerful damage to your right kneecap. Remember, this doesn't have self-canceling turn signals. I don't know where they were riding. They were probably having a good time, I would imagine. So I made sure all the tire pressures are exact. Oddly enough, it was like 2.5 pounds over on the rear, and then it was showing a half a pound over on each front. So people, they do the same thing with the Spyders. They go, well, you know, I'm hauling a trailer and I got my bags all filled up. You know, it says, you know, 20 for the rear tires, is 28 plus or minus 2, so I go to the 30. I don't know why, but no matter what you're doing to it, no matter the load, keep the 28 in the rear. So and I see a little bit of cupping on that rear tire, like I don't know if they're having a lot of fun with it, or, you know, being 2.5 pounds over is causing something. You know, I'm gonna ride on up the hill here today. Boy, all that stuff she's got on her, I'm not sure which, is quite noisy. All that shifter and cup holders. I knocked the shield down here to lower the sound bite here a little bit. It's a speed limit through here. I think it's only 35. That Airhawk seat, that thing's cozy. So I ordered one of those airflow seat covers for the Pan America over the weekend. It's getting down to crunch time, and you know, I need to just start planning on taking the Pan America, I guess. Who knows? Things could change. Something happened somewhere. I don't know. With BRP in the Red Rock, which I was kind of looking forward to that. I was really looking forward to it, and I think you guys were too. Spend some quality time on a Red Rock. Keep thinking I gotta shift something, and you gotta keep reminding yourself there is nothing to shift. Remember, they used to not have a stop sign right here? It was just to each their own, and every time well, not every time, but plenty of times when I pull up to that thing, there's a little surprise there. They come scooting through there. You gotta watch people in their own neighborhoods, because they're expecting nothing to ever be there. So it took, like I say, a couple hundred miles for that thing to trigger again. But man, the sensors aren't good, and there's a plastic coupler for the steering angle sensor. You need to look at that and make sure it's not getting bunged up or anything. I think we come across one that was messed up, but it's kind of a soft plastic. You think that thing could be easily messed up, but the steering angle sensor moves so smooth. There's like virtually no resistance to it. I think they were getting damaged in assembly or something, but that's perfectly fine. All the couplers are good. Yaw rate sensor, which is a pain in the butt because there's that skid plate underneath there now, but well, not really a pain in the butt. You gotta take the skid plate off to get to it. Oh, I was gonna do something different right there. That horse down there was like, his entire front half was completely white and his rear half was black. Kelly loves black and white paints. I do too. I like the brown and whites as well. It's weird how it kind of, when you do that in a turn, it kind of squats and straightens itself out. I think there was a bit of a whoop in the road there too. Well, it sure was nice taking that classic 350 for a ride there yesterday. I get into those things and I was mellowed out before I even took off, because I know how that thing is going down the road. Just that drone, that little single cylinder, and it's just so comfortable, cozy, very capable for such a simple, single cylinder engine. There's no high tech about that thing. Actually, it kind of is the way the oil cooler works, and it is fuel injected, but fuel injection is actually quite simple nowadays. I mean, even the little dirt bikes come with fuel injection, as well they should. Accessories rattling down there would absolutely drive me nuts. But like, you get a rattle in your car or something, you can't figure out where it's coming from, and it's not worth taking stuff apart to find it. After a while, you just don't even notice it anymore. And that's probably the case here. That's just the way the Ryker sounds, and you just don't even pay attention. It's like certain noises that Spyders and other motorcycles will make, and you tell them, well, that's absolutely normal. They don't like that at all, but it is a characteristic of that model. What's nice, like the 1330s, different sounds they make. They've been out since 14, and they make the exact same noises now, 12 years later. So that's definitely a characteristic of that engine. I haven't seen Rick in a while. I always get worried about it, and then last second he pops out somewhere, As long as that keeps happening, I'm happy. Talked to a long time Spyder customer I haven't talked to in quite a while. That was very nice. Meeting an old friend. Funny, the Rykers just remind me of a spunky Sportster. Just have, I don't know, there's nuances about it. Just reminds me of a Sportster. Nothing bad, it's just, the Sportsters just don't have that super refined feeling. It doesn't do anything wrong. It's just a characteristic of that model. And I absolutely love it. To get that iron and slim out, let them know I still love them. I had a spot I was gonna do some left-hand turn stuff at. I may have to just race around the parking lot. It's kind of a little more open than normal downstairs, and I have to just go a little Buck Wiley down there. And the corporate gals would be calling the GM. Shawn's down there being crazy on a customer's bike. Not gonna do anything dangerous. It just may not look legal on the road anywhere. Right up on you. was 80 earlier. Seeing 79 now. Well, I don't need to know where I'm gonna do this. And I did some hyper adjusting on this thing. I was like, hey, he ain't coming back again. There's no fault with the sensor, no fault with either sensor. When it shows the VCM and ECM, it's because it's the ECM is kind of controlling all that stuff, and it just points back to the steering angle and yaw rate sensor. Just wish I could be hey, there's Sea to Sky. To be honest with you, I wasn't even thinking about it at the moment. It's kind of snuck up on me. I just wonder, you know, at the G-force and stuff of the left-hand turn that triggered that thing off. If they flew a wheel, it doesn't really tell me that. And did that do something so peculiar that it freaked it out? Give her a quick little walk around. How about that? Gotta watch these things. They time out really quick. I don't know if I did it. I think I did do a walk around on this thing last time. I like the traditional Can-Am racing colors that they had on their motorcycles back in the day. It's nicely set up. I'd try to figure out how to make all that stuff not rattle so much. I'd really be worried about my kneecap if, you know, you impacted something, but the Airhawks do work good. Feels good. I reckon I'll just go in and do a couple of laps around the gated parking lot thing down there and see what I can get her to do or not do. And that makes it kind of difficult to get to the park brake there too. I even had some used to carry a Leatherman, a flashlight, spare ink pens and stuff like that in one of their holsters. Fantastic holsters. But that was, you know, full-sized Leatherman, and flashlight was an old little mini mag light. It's kind of old school stuff, but I've got two of those holsters, and one I use for work and one I use for home. They both have old Leathermans in them and everything. But the thing, it weighed so much on my hip that I don't know, I started getting weird issues, and I just blamed it on that. And you know, I also had a little mini Canon camera, those little small pocket digital cameras that was in a leather case as well, and I just quit wearing them. The phones, and you know, I got a Leatherman that just hooks in my pocket that I use all the time and doesn't weigh anything. Yeah, it's pretty open. I can get some pretty aggressive turns out there. All right, so I'm gonna go do that, and we'll chat shit. I got something else to show you too, though, that if it all worked out, this would be pretty cool. So I'll be back. So I switched to my DJI Osmo Action 6 because my phone is in use. So let me show you something here. Instead of Apple CarPlay, it says navigation. Hit navigation, there's BRP GO. But the thing with BRP GO, remember it used to run other apps, it only does navigation. It's really nice, actually. There's no itinerary. Look up stuff. You can hit restaurants that's nearby or gas stations. And this is not an EV, but this is designed to work with EVs as well. So there's charge stations. There's food nearby. There's lodging nearby. Comfort Suites, that's just right down the road. A lot of people use that. BRP, guess who's around the top of the list is the closest one to us. Pro Caliber Motorsports. The almighty. But let's see what it does if we navigate to someplace. Let's just hit this Shell station here. Do I click it from here? Where's the volume? So I would imagine the volume goes through the speakers, because you don't have to have headsets or anything. I don't know how that works. I need to, I guess, make a move. But anyway, this works with Android and Apple phones. It has to be plugged in, just like BRP GO in the past. What you get on your screen is that little thing saying it's connected. So you absolutely cannot interact with your phone while you got your navigation going. But you should be able, let's try this out. I think you can probably Bluetooth your phone to the device to get your phone messages and whatnot. Yeah, that still works. So you can still get all that good jazz in your media. So how this goes, this is the only kind of bummer to me, but if you're using BRP GO, you probably have an Android phone, and you're not going to be using the rest of the Apple stuff. So you go into preferences and go into navigation, and what I've done is set BRP GO as a default application for navigation. So to go back to Apple CarPlay, this is the only bummer, is you have to turn it off, and to do that you must reboot the device. And I'll just disconnect my phone here so there's no confusion when it wakes back up. Now it doesn't have I know. So now if I had Apple CarPlay, the BRP GO gets replaced by Apple CarPlay. So it depends on what you want to do. And then in Apple CarPlay, or in it's got the route going there. Wonder where the volume. I need to get it so it's actually running. So now it's booted out. If I want it to go back into BRP GO, go into preferences, swing down here to navigation, and then select on, and it'll reboot. It only takes it a second to reboot, and you're off and running. You're off to the races. That's pretty cool. Let's close you down. No phone's connected to it, so it's immediately asking something to get connected. But if you have Android phone, or for some reason, which I could not possibly imagine, you don't want to use Apple CarPlay, no idea, you can switch and use BRP GO. Very very straightforward, but a very, very clear app. But I was wondering, because I couldn't let me get back into Go here. Y'all be peeking around that stuff here. Oh, it goes directly to navigation again. End it. Stop it. And I should be able to go back into, yeah. So there's your vehicle, and I have the ability to disconnect from this vehicle, deactivate. That was one thing I was concerned with, is that I'm tagging an unused motorcycle. Groups, I don't know what all the groups is, your profile. But look at the picture, it showed a F3S as a picture for it, but it says RT, Sea to Sky, White SE. But anyway, it does work. It works quite nicely. Took about between getting the bike here, I just rolled it out from back over there, getting the bike up, hooked it up to the battery. Don't do over the air just yet, because there's a bulletin or a notification, I guess kind of a TST. It's not really in the TST area, I don't think. It was in the BRP dealer forum talking about making it work. And anyway, they said that they're explaining this, that you have to boot in, you have to there's a flash with the newest update on the computer there. The flash for this was included, so you will have to reflash your bike. One of the notes were that it was in a boot lock or something for the over the air. I'm sure they'll fix it. Maybe by the time you're watching this, it'll be fixed. But well, hello there, YouTube. That was a hot ride home. It was only 81 degrees, but that was hot. Car was crazy hot.
Very hot. My feet are hot.
Yeah. The old air conditioner last year, boom, exploded.
Yeah.
Never have fixed it. Somebody told me what I could do, and it's fairly cheap, but I don't know, that was so far back, I'll never find it.
Yeah.
But I guess you can get because Honda doesn't sell the compressor anymore, but you can get rebuilt ones or repop, whatever.
Something.
Anyway, that makes for an extremely hot, very loud ride home. It's amazing how loud tires are nowadays.
I know it. It's just like...
Yeah, it's so loud. I'm sure I'll have sound alert things on my phone when I look at it.
Because it's too hot to drive down the road with the windows up.
Yeah, you wouldn't survive it. I'll be off the road.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're going to roll at that.
Alrighty. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We will talk to you tomorrow. Same Smoak time, same Smoak channel. Don't forget to give her a thumbs up. And you guys have a wonderful Tuesday or Wednesday.
Heck yeah. We'll see you in the morning.
We'll see you then.
Tomorrow's supposed to see the hot day, near 90. And then the next day is supposed to be
cold.
The next day is going to be 64. We're all going to get sick.
Yeah. You can't go hot, cold, hot.
Yeah. But I'll take the 64. I don't care.
Yeah,
I can ride in that. I have no problem. All right. See you in the morning.
See you then.
Thanks for watching now. Bye-bye.